What's it going, guys? It is 2024. In fact, forget about the year. Drop that entitlement behavior of yours. Drop that entitlement ideology of yours or mentality. It's going to wreck you. Today, we're going to be doing a story time. I want you to listen attentively and we're going to talk about it because not only younger generation do this, older generation do this too. There's a page that I follow on Instagram and it's for young mothers and newly married people, and I learned a lot of things from that page. I just decided to I wanted us to talk about this today. So here it goes. I'm 29 years of age. I just recently clocked 3 years in my marriage this January. That's this year, January. The person says she's a Yoruba person. So there's a little bit of backstory here. It says my mom has always been the breadwinner. My dad did little to nothing for us except taking care of us while mom provides for the house. In brackets, she says, I think he could have tried harder from my point of view. Story continues. She struggled and built the house we lived in till she had an accident and died on her way back from work. I was in 200 level at the time. My elder brother was in his final year. My youngest brother, the last, was in primary school then. It wasn't even up to 6 months my dad remarried. Haba, after 6 months. Is that not too soon? Anyway, she says, I don't have a problem with that because it's not their fault. To cut the long story short, my husband isn't rich, just comfortable. He's basically the only one that worked at the moment. When I was getting married, my father didn't raise a finger for me. Ordinary pure water he didn't buy. Pure water means sachet water in Nigeria. Yet I bought clothes for him and his wife. I and my husband renovated our house. That's the house our mother built. Fenced the compound round and installed a gate. He didn't even call my husband to say thank you because he feels it's his right. I gave him new notes to spray. We did a very small wedding, but a good one. About 4 months into my wedding, he bought a small jalopy car for himself and said he took loan from his ajo at work to buy it. Ajo means like a group of people saving money monthly or weekly, anyhow they do it. That's what ajo means. It means savings. Story continues. He and his wife still wanted to sell Ashobi for people, but I didn't allow it because even I and my husband gave out friends cap and gele for free. We didn't sell any Ashobi. Now my dad expects my husband to be giving him monthly allowance. He goes about telling people that we are not giving him money. Daddy, take it easy. That we are not giving him money, me especially. Because I stay in Lekki, my husband is she's pleading and she keeps saying my husband is not rich, he's just comfortable. Comfortable. Now the father wants to wreck her husband from billing. Anyway, let's go on. It says my husband doesn't even give his mom money monthly, but occasionally because she's doing well on her own. I didn't allow so much familiarity between my dad and hubby because I know how he gets. But I told him not to send him money directly and without my consent. Yet, my dad would never call him to ask how he's doing or if everything is going on fine. Never for once call to ask if there's a problem that I haven't gotten pregnant yet. Just money. Anytime my husband calls him. I buy them food stores personally when I get the chance. I send him money when I have, but nothing I do is even enough. I think she was supposed to write is ever enough. Even if my husband sends him money, he doesn't call back to say thank you. He says it's onje omo. I don't know what that means. I'm not Yoruba, but I think it's like an entitlement mentality. Like it's my right. So not like he's doing him a favor and all. My husband loves me very much, so he ignores anything he does. Now, my husband called my dad to greet him recently, only for my father to start raising his voice at him that I and my husband are taking him for granted, that we're doing him as we like, that he hoped he knows him he's married to his daughter, that he should go on and ask his own in-laws what he did for them. The in-laws said he didn't do anything for them, rather duped them because they feel he's enjoying everything their daughter worked for. So I think this particular aspect of the story is he told his daughter and her husband to go and ask the lady's mother's people how the father is treating them after he married their daughter. And when they went to do their findings, the family said that her father duped them because when he married her mother, she was basically the one providing for the family and she died, so they feel cheated and all. Now back to the story. He didn't do anything for them, rather duped them because they feel he's just enjoying everything their daughter worked for. And the father now told them that her husband should not forget that they will also give birth to one day. That if my mother was were to be alive, does he think she'll condone all the nonsense he's doing? That we are both taking him for a fool because he's been quiet. I was so mad when my husband told me. I basically saw myself through uni. Why would my father be shouting on the phone at my husband because he doesn't give him monthly allowance or a steady allowance? I have not spoken to him in 4 days, but I already apologized to my husband for him. I'm at a crossroad now because as it is, I do not even want to have any relationship with him anymore. And because I'm so mad right now, I need your advice here to know what I can do. By the way, I and my elder bro pay my younger brother's school fees. He's in 300 level in the university. We also give him monthly allowance as well. Do I stop giving him anything and let him be, or just keep my distance? What can I do, please? Hello, family. First of all, let's drop the story one side. How am I looking? You guys should peep your girl now. Peep your girl. I look so beautiful. That aside, that aside. So, this is just a typical story of an entitled parent. I don't know why some men feel so lazy that they feel like their wife should be the provider in the home. And they will still expect respect. They will still expect her to be doing everything a woman is supposed to do and doing your own part as a man. Then you expect everything to go fine. But so women do it regardless. They do it for their children, right? So now look at this story. What do you guys have to say? Imagine your wife died after having like three children for you. Your wife died, and before she died, she has been the one providing for the house. She even built the house you are staying. She built a roof over your head. Then when she died, you could not even mourn her for even 1 year, minimum 1 year. The next thing you had to do was to marry in the next 6 months, and you brought that woman to the house your late wife built for you and your family. Does that make sense? First of all, that's red flag, safe. Number one red flag. His wife died. The children basically saw themselves through school, probably were working and all. But the idea is that when they're saying, at the end of their degree, oh, I want to give thanks to my parents, my dad. The dad did not contribute nada to their education. They did that by themselves. So, you know, every culture in Nigeria, culture is a very good thing, right? Culture brings about respect too. So I think the Yoruba people, they're really really respectful and about this whole honor your parents and the whole kind of thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so even if I don't want to say her dad is a deadbeat dad because that's what it's giving deadbeat dad. So even with all that the dad did, you don't cater for your children, nothing. Even the wedding that your daughter did, you did not contribute anything. They renovated the house, fenced it, and made it look better. Thank you, my son. Thank you, my daughter. Did not come out from your mouth. So what are we talking about here, my dear people, listeners? How would you treat this case? How would you treat this case? That after doing all these things out of respect for your dad, not because he's even the best dad, but because of respect and the dad figure, and your dad is still coming about requesting and demanding for a monthly allowance from your husband and you. Not just that, he goes about telling everybody that you guys are not taking care of him, you are not treating him well. And you know that there's this thing that has to do with ill will. Ill will. Sometimes, let's say 50 people do not think well about you, they might not really pray for your downfall, but that ill thought alone, it can work against you in life. It can work against you in life. So you can imagine that after everything that, or upon everything that she does, her father does not appreciate it. Yet he goes about telling probably family members and whoever cares to listen that his daughter does not take care of him, especially the daughter. The daughter and her husband do not take care of him, and they are rich. So because they are rich, they should use all their wealth and take care of you. Mind you, they're just 3 years in marriage, so they are building because they will have their own immediate family too. And the little one that they're doing for you, you are not even appreciating it. So Please, what would you advise somebody in that kind of situation? Because I know that it's not only this lady that is going through something like this. It is rampant in Nigeria. It could also be rampant in other parts of the world, but it's something that we see every day. What would you advise this young lady does? Would you say she should distance herself from the father, or she should just avoid him, or continue talking to him and putting up with the shenanigans? What do you think? From my own point of view, I feel like any entitled person, after knowing that I've tried my best for you and you are still demanding and demanding, sorry to say, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going to cut you off from my life, because after all, I'm not benefiting anything from you in the first place. And the little I'm doing, because of respect, you are trying to tarnish my image. And remember what I said before, that ill thoughts. In fact, when I went to the comment section, there was another lady that was advising this lady that please, oh, just avoid him and be prayerful. Be very, very prayerful and avoid him. Because apparently, in her own story, her father or her parents went about telling other people that his daughter and her husband are not taking care of them and they have a lot of money. No, just running them down. And before you know it, this particular person now, her business, their business, basically their wealth just vanished. Like they are struggling to eat now and they're struggling to survive. So the idea is that she was not advising this lady that she should be very prayerful and she should just ignore, like just cut off relationship with the man. Because why? So this is just for the older generation. Younger generation, if you're entitled, please drop that habit this year. It's not good. So the fact that your friend is doing well in life, or your family, one of your family member is doing well in life, and you're not really there yet, so you just make up your mind that because this person is your friend, this person should give me money till I am on my feet. This person should take care of me till I'm also rich, or I've gotten there. Like, you don't know how this person survives. You don't know if the time this person has even been able to give you money, it is just because of respect or sacrifice. Like, oh, my friend needs it more than me. Oh, my brother needs it more than me. Not as if I don't have good use for the money. And then after everything, you are still ungrateful for it. Entitled people, open your ear, please. Drop this habit. You have to understand, as long as it's not your money, when somebody says no, don't take it as a bad thing. Don't take it as the end of the world. Don't become angry. Oh, it's because you're rich, or it's because you have money now. Let's see now, later. Please, let's do better. Drop that entitlement mentality. It's not good. It is bad. It will scare your helpers away. It will scare people who love you, because it's a negative energy on its own. So please, let's do better this year. Drop your comments in the comment section and let me know what you think about the story. Have you ever had an experience with entitled people? Put it in the comment section. What is your advice with entitled people? Put it in the comment section. In this tribe, it's all about positivity. We grow here, and we grow here in love. We correct ourselves in love. Guys, welcome to the end of today's video. Thank you guys. Bye.